Hi there, so thanks for watching this video. This video is just a brief demonstration of our post-processor toolkit, which has been developed in order to just basically to speed up and to simplify the processing of result files from mic by DHI models. So here's the basic interface. So the first thing that we have to do is just to simply tell the computer which version of mic we have installed on our computer. And then we have to select a preferred mode of input, and so we can choose either single or multiple file input mode, so that's where we select the files ourselves, or the other mode, which is really great if you've got a really large data set, is the folder input mode. So if I had, say, 100 result files in a single folder, I could just select the folder input mode, and then we just have to tell the software what file extension we're going to be processing. Is it dfsu or dfsu? So if there's a mixture of different file types in the one folder, it knows which to select. So for this example, I'm just going to show you the single file input mode, and I'm just going to navigate here to just a demo result file. So we come down here, this demo dfsu file. So this is a result file from a flexible mesh, like mic21 flexible mesh model. And so we just load it in, and it gets uploaded into the software. Now, just a wee disclaimer, I have got this section of the video on fast forward because it was quite a large result file. So it's just takes a couple of minutes to load in for really large files. And then once we click load file, it just scans that file for item types. It's looking for the X and Y origins, the spatial coordinates, just basic information. And then it gives us the option depending on what file type it is. So this is a DFSU, so it's given us the option to extract a maximum DFSU file. And then we can also convert that maximum file into a DFS2, an ASCII, or a TIFF. Now we could just skip straight to the TIFF file. We don't have to export the DFS2. But for this example, I just thought I'd show you both an output from a DFS2 and a TIFF. So the next step, we then need to tell the software which items we're going to be processing. So I'm going to select total water depth. If we hit the plus key on the right hand side, it does allow us to process more than one file type at the same time. And then the X and Y origin is automatically extracted from the mesh, and our software just rounds it to a whole number just to make it nice and simple to work with in your GIS software. Now you can modify that to be whatever X and Y origin you want. The grid size, you can make the grid as big or as small as you like. For this example, I've just dropped it down to 1 meter. The default is 2. And then I like to change the zero values, particularly for depth or velocity outputs, into the no data values. Now that's just because the result file automatically saves zero values wherever there's no depth, wherever there's no water. So to save me having to change the display settings in ArcGIS, I just simply like that to be changed into a no data value, so that by default it doesn't display. Now the software is just running a batch file. It just calls the DHI software to do their standard processing, and then now the software is just converting that DFS2 file into a TIFF file, and then converting the zero values to no data values. And once it's finished, it says conversion complete. And now we can go to the output folder and see what results it's given us. So you can see here it's given us the full range of result files which we have requested. So we've got our DFS2, our DFSU, and our TIFF file. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up that DFS2 file in mic0 just so that we can visualize the results there. So I'm working on my laptop here, so it's a little bit slower than when I work on my modeling PC. We'll just let that file open up, and what we're going to see is what mic0 does with the zero values. So we can see here we've got our mesh extent, and the whole thing just looks blue. So I just hover my mouse, you can see the Z value down the bottom, 1.2 there, and over here is 0. So you can change the display properties obviously within mic0 to make those values, to have no color. And likewise, if you bring that DFS2 file into GIS, you're then going to have to change the settings within GIS to not display those zero values. So nice and easy, we bring it straight into ArcGIS here, and as we can see, we only see the actual flood extent, we don't see the zero depth, and it's the same with velocity files. Now I'm just changing the display properties here so we can visualize the result, and as you see we've got a 1 meter DEM, which displays instantly in ArcGIS. So it's just a nice, simple workflow for converting our flexible mesh results into a gridded DEM format, which many of us already have workflows in place for presenting in our GIS software, and presenting maps for clients, etc. So I hope that presentation has been helpful for you. If you've got any questions, or if you'd like to learn more about our products, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'll look forward to talking to you soon, hopefully. Thank you.